Hi dear students, in the previous lecture we have discussed electric potential at axial line, electric potential at equatorial line and electric potential at any general point. Today we will discuss about the relation between electric field and electric potential. Consider an electric field due to this plus Q located at the region O. Let's A and B be the two adjacent points. Suppose let's take A and B. Here is the point A and here is the point B, and separated by a distance dr. Suppose this displacement is dr and we have to take a test charge at this point A and we have to displace that test charge from A to B. So there will be some displacement and there will be some work done to move this test charge from A to B, and that work done will be dW, small work done due to this small displacement dr. This small work done will be dW, work done from A to B, dWAB, that is force into displacement, that is this small displacement is dr, that is F into dr. So here, since this test charge, positive test charge Q0 is placed here, and this plus Q will repel this plus Q, and the direction of electric field is outward in this direction. And now this force, so force will be F is equal to minus Q0 into E, because the electric field we have to displace this test charge against this force, repulsive force. So it will be F is equal to minus Q0 into E. So small work done dW AB is equal to F dr, we know, and in case of A, F, we can write it as minus Q nar E into dr, that is equation 1. Again, also work in moving the test charge from A to B is dW, small work done in moving the test charge from A to B divided by the small test charge Q nar, that is work done per charge, that is potential, and this potential is VB minus VA. Here the potential at this point VB is more than the potential at this point A. More the work will be done, more will be the potential. So here this VB is greater than VA, and the difference is the potential difference, that is work done per unit test charge, or we can write dWAB divided by Q nar is equal to dV, change in potential, that implies dW, small work done in moving the charge from A to B, is equal to Q nar into dV. This is equation 2. Comparing equation 1 and 2, LHS is same. So comparing equation 1 and 2, minus Q nar E dr is equal to Q nar dV, or we can write E is equal to minus dV by dr. This is the relation between electric field and potential, where dV by dr is the rate of change of potential and is called potential gradient, and this negative sign indicates that the direction of electric field is in the direction of decreasing potential. Now we will go for equipotential surface. Let us take a charge, source charge here. Suppose this is the source charge, that is Q, and at some distance r, let's take another point here, and at this point A, electric potential will be V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon r Q divided by R. This is the R distance. Let's take another point at the same distance R. Suppose this is B. Here also the potential will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R, because R is same. Here also at the same distance R, the potential is same, C point. So everywhere at A, at B, at C, the potential will be same because Q is same, R is same. So if we join it at each surface at this distance R, the potential will be same at each point. This is the surface where the potential will be same. If so, it will make a sphere and it will make a surface, and at this surface at each point the potential is same. So this is an equipotential surface or equal potential surface. Equal means potential is equal at this surface, so it is a equipotential surface. If we increase the distance, suppose at this distance r, suppose capital R, here the potential will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon r Q by capital R, and at the same distance here the potential is same, at the same distance here the potential will same, and if we join all the locus then it will be a new surface, and at this new surface the potential at each point on this surface is same. So this is also an equipotential surface, and these are equipotential. If we keep the surface silent, then it will be only equipotential. These are the equipotentials. This surface are the equipotentials. So an equipotential surface is that imaginary surface on which at every point electric potential is same. The surface may be surface of a body or surface in space. So let's do some properties of equipotential surface. So first property is no work is done. No work is done in moving a test charge over an equipotential surface. No work is done. So let's prove it. Suppose this is an equipotential surface, and suppose here this is the point A and this is the point B, and we have to take the test charge here at the location A, and we have to displace this Q0 from A to B. So there will be some work done, that is work done from A to B, but the potential at B is greater than the potential at A, because more is the work done, more is the displacement, the potential will be more. So here the work done is the potential energy, so here the potential will be more. So work done WAB is equal to charge into potential difference. Work done is equal to charge into potential, that is Q naught into potential difference is VB minus VA, because potential at B is more than potential at A. And at equipotential surface, since this surface is an equipotential surface, VA is equal to VB, potential at each point is same, so it will be VB minus VA is equal to 0, so it will be 0. So no work is done in moving a test charge over an equipotential surface. Next property is electric field is always normal to the equipotential surface at every point. Here also you can see, if this is the source charge, the direction of electric field is radially outward, and this is the equipotential surface, and at this surface the angle made by the electric field and the surface, that is 90 degree at each point. At each point the angle between electric field and equipotential surface is perpendicular or 90 degree or normal. So we have to prove this. Let's take a equipotential surface. Let's take an equipotential surface here. Listen one thing, equipotential surface may be, you can represent it as a parallel surface, because if the distance will be more here, 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 the distance will be more, the curvature will be less, and it will be appear like a straight line. It will appear like a straight line here. This is a straight line here. If we take a small context, then these two lines are represented as parallel lines. So you can represent the equipotential surface as parallel line also. They are parallel to each other. Here also they are parallel to each other, but it is in curved surface. So now come to this point, electric field is always normal to the equipotential surface at every point. If, let's take this point, and electric field is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. If this is the surface, then electric field is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. But if the field were not normal, if it is not normal, then it will make some angle. Then suppose this is the direction of electric field. Suppose, and it will make an angle theta. It will not make an angle 90 degree. Suppose, because we have to prove. So we have to consider that it is not making an angle 90 degree with the equipotential surface. It is making an angle theta. It may be any angle. So if this is theta, this will be this, and we can resolve it into two components, since electric field is a vector quantity. So this component is E cos theta, and this component will be E sin theta. And we know the force F is equal to Q for this component. For this component, force will be F is equal to Q E. E is equal to E cos theta, that is F is equal to Q E cos theta. And work done, if we will calculate work done is equal to force into displacement, that is Q E cos theta. F is equal to Q E cos theta into displacement is suppose D. So to move a test charge against this component, a work would have to be done. But we know for a equipotential surface no work is done, so work done is equal to 0. So Q E cos theta into D is equal to 0. So theta should be 90 degree. So the direction, the angle between the electric field and equipotential surface is 90 degree. So this is the angle, this is 90 degree, and it is always perpendicular to the equipotential surface, because we have calculated that theta is, the value of theta is 90 degree. The next property is equipotential surface never intersect each other. It is a very important property. If this is an electric equipotential surface at each, and this is the center, at each point the potential is same, because it is an equipotential surface. Let's take another surface, and we have to consider that the two surfaces are intersecting each other. Here also the potential is same at each point on the surface, because it is also an equipotential surface. Suppose the potential at this surface is V1, and the potential at this surface is V2, and everywhere this is V1 and everywhere this is V2, because the potential is same. But if we consider at this point, the potential will be V1 or V2. At this point, what is the value of potential? Because at this point V1 is equal to V2, but we know at this point V1 is equal to V2, but we know V1 is not equal to V2 because potential is different for different surfaces. So two equipotential surface never intersect each other, and at the point of intersection there will be two value of potential, but here V1 is equal to V2. So two equipotential surface never intersect each other. Thank you.